Oh, why am I like that? One moment. Let's see. Hello, my name is Amy Ames, and today we're playing Our Life. Oh yeah, I guess, I remember, it's because last time we were playing matchmaking with Ghosts, and I used the PNG, I probably just forgot to, take it off. I probably sound different because, I decided to get one of my living room chairs, and like, what's it called? Use the chair to stream. And okay, so the thing is, I've been having back pain lately. I'm like, it's probably because I stream on the floor. So like, hopefully, with the power of a chair, I could finally not have back pain. Oh wait, I forgot to introduce. Hello, my name is Amy Ames, and today we're playing Our Life. So, yeah. um, but with this chair is also a different position of streaming, kind of. I don't know, it's because like this chair is kind of tall for the table I'm using. So I also need to check if the audio is okay, because like a different position too. Keep speaking, Amy, so I can figure if the audio is okay. Do-do-do. Okay, wait, continue speaking. I don't know, why does my voice kind of cut out sometimes? It's kind of annoying. Maybe to increase the gain. Well, I'm gonna do like actual audio work something. Okay, so I increased the gain a little bit to see if that changes anything. Not really, honestly. If anything, it sounds like I'm getting cut off even more. Frick. Okay, so I'm going back to my old settings, but yeah, I need to. It's because sometimes I watch my videos and I'm like, why is my voice cutting out? And it's like, what? And like, why does my voice kind of like sound like? Is it like hollow? I don't know. But anyways, let me boot up Our Life and stuff. So yeah. Oh my gosh, it's almost the end of 2025. Wow. I feel old. Like, where did the time go? Whenever it's like the beginning of January, everything feels so, how do I say, slow. However, once you hit like December, like, the later months in the year, it's always fast. I'm like, stop, time, stop. But yeah. Yeah, it could be that room. Could be the mic. Oh no. I'm still on a chair. I was just trying to adjust my mic in a way to like, sound capture my sound. Okay, the only bad thing about this is because when I okay, so like this chair is kind of too tall for the table I'm using, so I have to kind of bend down. But I'm trying to make sure my back is straight so I don't have, bad posture and stuff. Because I'm pretty sure the bad posture is what's making my back hurt. Oh. But yeah. Also, I'd like to thank, let's see, where was it? Phenon Clouds for following me a few days ago. Thank you so much. Phenon actually was the one that created the game we played, what's called, last time. Matchmaking with Ghosts. So, like, I can't wait to see what's going on with that, like, the next update. Honestly, all the new characters, it's really an interesting concept how you could date yourself, or it's kind of reminds me of Monster Prom a bit. So like I remember Monster Prom. So like Monster Prom's another dating game that's on Steam. And like they were gonna come out with a version where you could date like the main characters and stuff, but like they still haven't come out with it, so I'm waiting for Monster Prom Reversi. I wanna date the character I play as. I'm not old, and that's the thing. That's bad. If I'm young and I'm having bad back posture, That's gonna get worse for me in the future. Oh yeah, our life's here. Okay, let me go open that. Gameplay, you're probably gonna see double me. Yep, I knew it. Oh, wait, let me go open the audio up. Okay, there it is. That one's working well and good. Oh, I need a shorter chair or a taller table. Oh my gosh. I mean, I could just play from up here, but like, it's way too far from the mic. How annoying. But yeah. Ow, frick my hair. Oh. Okay. Let me just, okay. Hair, good. Back slightly bent forward, but trying to maintain it straight so I don't effing damage it. And yeah. I need to keep my phone right here so I can read chat. Oh, no, it's okay. Yeah, I think we're good now. So let's continue. What were we doing last time? Is my volume really... You know, I've been thinking of putting the volume up on anything, everything. So right now I have like our life at -12 and like it has the volume at the -40 and -35. I don't even know what those mean. I don't even know what those mean. It's because like I'm worried that my voice is way too quiet, but like now that I'm looking at my microphone, it's like in between -20 and -15. So like that's still above -40 and -35. Let me bump it up. Maybe I need to go to -35 and -30. Okay. I mean, my voice is still loud enough, I guess. Okay, also, the schedule. The schedule. So as you can see, we're currently playing Our Life today. And tomorrow, I think we're just gonna do some drawing and New Year's resolutions because I need to make some plans because 2025 absolutely flop. Like, absolutely worst year of my life. I mean, besides going on a trip, besides that, I need to like step it up and do better things in 2026 because I need to get a job and like I kind of screwed if I don't in the future. So yeah, so I'm thinking doing some little drawings. I've been cleaning up my room, so I'm hoping I can find my pen. If not, we're probably gonna get like finger drawings from my finger. Now I think about it, my nails are kind of long, so like it will probably be like a bunch of tapping on my screen. Hey, I want to try to diversify for the next year. Like, new games, new, like, different types of games, longer streams. Like, honestly, I'm thinking, what if I just start applying to jobs on stream? Maybe that will help. Like, oh, let's learn how to program on stream. Let's apply to jobs on, like, just put everything on stream. I'm like, that's content. Probably a boring content, but hey, if anyone wants more me, that's a win for them, I guess. It could also obviously backfire, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to do like, I want to test a bunch of things next year and stuff because I don't know what kind of streamer I want to be. So I'm like, let's do a bunch of things, throw a bunch of things on the wall, let's see what sticks. And yeah, trial by fire. Oh, no. So like, I know the job application will dox me. But the thing is, like, so it's basically what I'm thinking is, we're just here. And like, I talk to you guys like, hey guys, I'm applying to a job. Blah, blah, blah. This is what it sounds like. This is the job description. Actually, maybe not talk about the job description, but like, Yeah, and I do it from over here, so like I don't like streaming the information. I'm definitely getting doxxed if I do that, so I'm obviously not gonna do that. But like, hey guys, I'm streaming. It could be like a little work stream, like, oh, if you have your own work to do, I'm doing my own work, you're doing your own work, and like, yay, we're all getting work done.
But yeah. Like, I know it's not wise to put job descriptions on stream. I'm not that dumb. But yeah. Anyways, let's see. I mean, like, if I want to continue being a streamer, I need a living elsewhere because streamers don't make that much money, or at least I don't make that much money. I mean, like, it's nice getting like tiny bits of like money, but like, if I want to make my streaming better, I need to get a source of income from somewhere else, and that's where the job comes in. So yeah, it's gonna get worse in 2026 because like, there's gonna be a new batch of graduates that I'm gonna have to compete against, and I need to learn how to code again because my skills, they're a bit rusty. Bro, leak coding, programming on stream, leak coding on stream. Guys, I'm streaming as a VTuber because I couldn't find a job. And then, I'm relatable to the unemployed audience. Oh my gosh. You know what? I think I need to stop talking about this because as funny as it is, it's also kind of making me a bit sad. So let's go back to Cove because Cove always knows how to make me happy. So yeah. Let's see. Oh my god, we're learning how to drive. My gosh, I need to still learn how to drive. So like, I'm planning on learning how to drive like this first few months of 2026. But like, I know how to drive, I just can't pass the test. So like, me in a video game is gonna get a license before me in IRL. Like a lazy cat, you stretched your arms above your head and yawned, blinking your eyes sleepily. The day was warm and pleasant, and you're lounging on the couch in the living room, finding it difficult to do much in that moment. Yeah, that's the New Year's resolution. Get a job. Let me just take a drink. Because like, besides, you know, getting a job for streaming, I also want to help out and pay bills around, like with my family and stuff, like you know, giving some money for groceries, paying some bills for like electricity or water and stuff, because I feel bad that I'm just sitting around just job applying without actual contributions to the household. So I'm like, I want to help out. So yeah, like, my parents kept me fed, make sure I didn't like pass out because I'm hungry or something. Help me get an education. I'm like, I need to give back. Also, I need to pay my student loans too, because they're gonna accrue interest like next year, so I need to hurry up and pay those off so the interest doesn't get too high. But yeah. The thing is, so there isn't much housework to do simply because my grandparents also live here. So like, okay, so like, we have my parents, my sibling, my grandparents, my aunt and her boyfriend. So I'm like, there's too many people. So like, not much for me to do besides my own laundry and cleaning up my room and stuff. Because like, whenever I try washing the dishes, my grandma's like, oh no, just leave it there. So I'm like, I can't really say no to her. And like, she speaks a different language that like, I'm not good at, like, I can't speak the language she speaks. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, Asian household. Lots of people here. Anyways, let's continue. Your moms and Liz had gone out shopping, looking for some new items for your sister to take back and decorate her college dorm with. They had asked you if you wanted to go with them, but you declined. For you, today was all about relaxation. Cove had dropped by to spend some time with you, content to join in with doing nothing. Oh my god, it's my boy Cove. You know, I remember the last episode. Why did they should have let us do more? Like, we were actually like getting on with Cove, and I'm like, let us do more. Let us do more. The two of you had been chatting ideally as you lazed around, talking about the other things you had planned for the summer. Let's see, you're sitting next to him, he sat on the couch while you sat on your own. He sat on one couch while you're fully stretched out on the other. You're stretched out across him as he sat on the couch. You're cuddling. Let's go, cuddling. He had an arm loosely slung around your shoulder, and his head dipped down against you, while you're nestling against his side, enjoying the comfort of his company. The day dragged on, and you found yourself yawning more and more often. Between conversations, let's go to sleep, Cove. Let's sleep together. Platonically. Wait. Romantically. You had almost dozed off completely when suddenly a buzz rang out, disturbing the silence. Your phone was on its charger in the kitchen, so it couldn't have been that. Cove pulled his own phone from his back pocket and checked the screen. His movement had jostled you, so you tried to readjust your position to get it right again. Cove, I have back pain. You can't do sudden movements or I'm gonna get like a crick in my neck.
Oh.
It's my mom. Cove waved his phone in the air, giving you a small smile. I'm gonna take this. I'll be right back. No! Stay here! Let me hear everything! It's more of a couch. He carefully nudged you to move. Actually, we already shared a bed now I think about it. Remember that time when we were in the loft on the road trip? When we all got caught and Cove hit his head. So I'm like, we've already shared a bed, man. We're just slowly progressing it. I can't, okay, so like, I totally want to do another playthrough of Our Life and buy the DLC and stuff. And the DLC isn't that expensive either. And like, the thing is, there's like more moments. And marriage. I could marry Cove. So like, yeah. Let's see. Oh, should I be annoying? Because I want to kind of hold on to him. But I'm worried that he's going to be like, Amy, come on. In video games, I always feel like being physically affectionate, hugging, cuddling, holding on to you because I'm not letting you go, Cove. It's like the way to go because I just feel like it's the way to go. It's like really nice. But in real life, I'm like, don't touch me. I don't want to hug. Ew. The me that likes dating anime characters and the me with real people are quite different people. No, you're stuck here, man. He chuckled, a soft blush spreading across his cheeks. You're gonna make me miss the call. Can I have my arm back? No! You could take the call here, man. You could take the call here. You rolled your eyes at him, giving a small laugh. Really? I want to just talk to her myself. It's easier for me. Is she gonna tease you if I just start, like, hugging? He poked you again, and finally, with a groan, you relented and let him go. He got to his feet and stretched out, answering the call and holding the phone to his ears as he headed off. Hey Mom, what's up? You blew him a quick kiss. Don't keep me waiting long. You waved him goodbye. Tell her I said hi. He turned to give you a nod, smiling as he walked backwards towards the door. The lock clicked behind him as he exited the house, and you sank back onto the cushions, idly trying to decide what to do next. You can't just leave me, Cove. After electing to grab your own phone from its charger, you resumed your position on the couch, tapping away at the screen. Your mind drifted away from thoughts of Cove and his phone call with all the many ways your device could distract you. It was as effective enough way to kill the time, and you had managed to do various little things when the door opened again and Cove returned. He gave you a smile as he approached, so you figured the conversation couldn't have gone too badly. What do you mean badly? It's his mom! You watched as Cove strolled over to where you were still sitting. He crossed his arms against the top corner of the couch, resting on them while bending forward to lightly kiss the top of your head. Yes! I don't know if that was part of him being, physically forward, but like, I love that. I love that so much.
Hey.
I'm back. Let's see. You gaze up at him fondly, you put a hand over his, you stretched up to hold his face. You tilted your head and gave him a small kiss. Let's go! Kissing. We're doing so many things before marriage. He met your lips with his, closing his eyes and letting you kiss him longer than the one he had given just prior. So, good news or bad news? Why do you automatically look... Oh wait, speaking about eyebrows. Okay, so like, I found out why I look angry every time I get into stream. So, whenever I use Control A a lot to like select, words on the screen and stuff. But Control A is also the control I use for my angry expression. So I'm like, no wonder I keep turning angry whenever I come into stream. So like, I'm pretty sure as long as I change Control A to something else for my like slightly angry face, then I think we'll like not come into like surprise angry me when I enter stream. No, I'm not usually an angry person. At first I thought it was like, does my face look like naturally angry and that's why it's capturing my face to be angry whenever I walk on stream? I'm like, do I have an angry expression whenever I look at the camera? I mean, I know I can be like a little scary, and I thought maybe it's just like a rusting bitch face or something, but like, nope, just because an accidental toggle. He turned his head suddenly, running a hand through his hair and letting out an exasperated breath. He seemed nervous, but you couldn't imagine why.
Fine.
It's fine, not anything to worry about. No, Ko, no, you have to tell me. We're lovers. we tell each other this type of thing. You raised an eyebrow at his tone, moving your head to the side to try and meet his eye. That doesn't explain what's going on. Okay, yeah, I agree. My model definitely gives me Pomeranian puppy vibes. But what? I'm trying to think, what kind of dog am I? But you're kind of right. Small and fluffy is what I probably give off. I don't know. If there was a quiet dog, that's probably the type of dog I am. But at the same time, I'm like, don't all dogs kind of bark? So I'm like, there's not really much of a quiet one. He shrugged and gave you a tight smile, trying to play whatever it actually was off as unimportant. Cove, you have to tell me these things. We're a couple. We share things. We share problems. There's nothing going on, just stuff I can deal with later. Some other time. He was transparently avoiding the truth, and you stared back at him seriously, an indication that you weren't going to ignore what he was doing. Eventually, he broke beneath their stare, hanging his head in his hands and groaning. I need to make another trip to my mom's place. There's some stuff out there that I'm gonna use, so I'll have to pick it up. It will make sense to ship it, and I couldn't bring the stuff back with me last time since I flew. Oh, are we going on a road trip then? Suddenly he understood what the phone conversation had been about. Cove was going to drive to his mom's house in Nevada. When will you go? Mom thinks it would be best to do it now. Well, I'm still kind of free, but... Cove pouted, giving you an unhappy look, and you could see the prospect was already taking a toll on him. I don't want to. I was just there, and for even longer than usual. And why do I have to leave? Right now? When it's our last summer like this? Aww. You laughed, not knowing why he was being so difficult about it. You thought it was cute he was wanting to stay. You can hack it. I don't want you to go either, or you shook your head affectionately. I don't know. It depends. Like, what item is he, like, talking about? Because I'm assuming it's something kind of big if you can't, like, fit it on a plane. Because, you know, TSA only gives you, like, what? A suitcase-sized box or whatever. So, is it like a surfboard or something? But, like, we live in, like, a beachy area, so... Wait, does Nevada even have beaches? I'll just pick this one. You have to go, bro. You shook your head affectionately. He was always dramatic. Looking up again, you met his bright aquamarine eyes, finding a sad smile tugging on his lips. Oh. Suddenly, his eyebrows jumped, and his eyes lit up like a lamp. You could come with me. I'm sorry, he just looks so dumb when he makes his face. Like a single tooth. You kind of look scary right now, Cove. What? It's like eyes, like, I don't know. Okay, this is better. But you should come with me. I mean, I get that the two of us live next door to each other. And my mom lives in another state. My trips there are usually to spend time with her, just the two of us. But this time, it won't be like that. All I'm doing is driving over, stay for a night, and then pack up the car in the morning and turn around again. Yeah, you could just take me with you, and we could, like, do things. Most of the time will be spent in the car, so it'd be good to have another person there. Oh, wait. I kind of feel bad, because the Amy in the game at this point doesn't know how to drive. So, like, we can't help with Cove, like, you know, taking turns. And he's gonna have to drive the entirety all the way there. And I'm like, that's exhausting. Driving is exhausting. But yeah. I'm surprised he didn't think about that at first. Because, like, you're definitely right when he said, when you say his two brain cells are showing. We just go with you, man. Plus, you'd have the chance to meet my mom again, in her place. Maybe we could even find something cool to break at on the way. Okay, so since your mom lives in Nevada, we could hit the slot machines. Go gambling. Wait, is it 21 and up or 18 and up over there? Because I know, like, different casinos, it, like, depends and stuff. You couldn't stop yourself from laughing at his enthusiasm. He blushed a little, reining himself in.
Please?
I just feel like it could be fun. Please, could you think about it? I'd love to. When do you want to leave? I'll have to let my moms know, but as long as we've got nothing else important on the days we pick, then there's no reason. I wouldn't be able to go. He grinned from ear to ear, thrilled by the news. He put both of his hands on his cheeks, kissing your face all over. Aww. Then he wrapped his arms around your neck, letting out a happy sigh.
I'm so glad.
I'm so glad. This is so great. I'll call my mom back and let her know right now. You spent some time together going over your schedules and making plans for when you could take the trip. Oh my god, you're right. We don't have money. No. Oh yeah, I think we're like 18 in the game right now, so like we won't be able to do it. You needed to fit it in around Cove's work schedule, which he brought up on his phone to double check. Luckily, it was only a 2-day trip, so finding a couple free days in a row wasn't impossible. It wasn't long before the dates were finally set and all the plans are made. I'm excited. Me, Cove, alone in a car? A short trip sounded like the perfect way to spend some time. You could listen to music, eat snacks, and enjoy the open road. Oh, but I'm kind of worried. Now that I think about it. Because I feel like when it comes to road trips, you have to pack really well. Because if you don't pack like something that's really important, it's really easy to sour the trip sometimes. No matter what you thought about, you thought about things, the morning when you were due to leave arrived. It was cooler than usual, the sun barely peeking over the tops of the houses. You stood outside your house, on the footpath near the road, waiting for Cove. You yawned loudly, covering your mouth with the back of your hand. Mornings were always a struggle. With your travel bag clutched in one hand, you watched as Cove finished packing up his car. He had organized all sorts of things, water bottles, snacks, and who knows what else. Cove insisted he had everything under control and didn't need help. At least you could rest easy knowing that he was all taken care of. Okay, see, capable man taking care of me. Like, thank you, Cove. Like, waking up at 5 a.m. already a struggle. If anything, 5 a.m. is the time I sleep. So I'm glad you're taking care of everything, bro. As you waited, you glanced over Cove's car. You know it well. It used to belong to Mr. Holden, and when Cove had learned to drive, it passed him. His dad had taken the opportunity to get a newer one. It was pretty old at this point, but had served both of them well so far. You just hope it had enough life in it to survive a trip as long as the one you were embarking on. The slam at the door closing made you jump. Honestly, okay, it's not 5 a.m. It's 4 a.m. So like my sleep schedule is very bad. Like I'm trying to sleep earlier, but like it's really hard. I don't know. It just kind of spiraled. And like it just kind of got there, so like I wake up at noon sometimes, so that's why I'm trying to like, I really want to like slowly edge it back to sleep like 3, then 2, then 1, then 12 to like, you know, eventually get a normaler sleeping schedule. But like who knows, maybe my bad back is like because of poor sleeping and stuff. But yeah, I don't know, it's just so much funner and easier to like I prefer doing things at night, that's why. So but I probably should sleep earlier to like get more out of the day. But yeah. The slam of a door closing made you jump. You snapped back to focus and saw Cove was walking towards you. He dusted his hands off on his pants and tilted his head towards the car. And that's it. Ready to go? Yeah, I'm ready. He smiled and stepped aside, giving you space to situate your own bag where you wanted it. Once everything was safely inside, he glanced back at you. I think it's just at college, because during college, I just had a very bad sleeping schedule. And like, now that I have so much freedom, it got even worse. So like, I could definitely go back to it, like, you know, sleeping at like 12 or like earlier and stuff. But the thing is, like, there's no incentive, unfortunately. Like, starting streams earlier, that could be incentive and stuff. Okay, so like, if I ever make my streams start earlier, I'm gonna have to definitely change my sleep schedule. And definitely push it back. It's like, it's just, my body's used to it now, so like, it's hard to go back. So I'm like, man. The only way to solve it is staying awake 24 hours and like going to sleep at like 10 p.m. the next day without any sleep, and that just adjusts it. No, I'm joking. But like, I can see that as one way to fix it. Like, going on the extreme. Okay, let's start stream at 5 a.m. No, I'm gonna be exhausted. We can't start stream at that time. I don't know. The thing is, like, I wish I was one of those people that could, like, just sit in bed, close eyes, fall asleep, but no. I'm the type of person that stares at the ceiling until my eyes and body eventually get tired because my body doesn't want to sleep for some reason. He smiled and stepped aside, giving you space to situate your own bag where you wanted it. Once everything was safely inside, he glanced back at you.
All right.
We should get started. It's gonna be a ways to go. I'm gonna hug him. What do you mean you're not expecting a hug? It's 5 a.m. I'm gonna hug you at any time I want, bro. He seemed surprised, but he chuckled and returned the gesture. It couldn't last for long, though. Time was of the essence. Dang, Cove driving me? Nice. The two of you climbed into the car and buckled up. Cove in the driver's seat and you sitting shotgun. His eyes moved to you.
Thank you.
Thanks again for coming on this trip with me. Hey, I'm doing this for me too. It'll be fun. After checking the mirrors and starting the engine, you pulled out of the driveway and the trip began. With a small sigh, you got cozy in your seat and watched the familiar houses in your neighborhood pass by. Cove reached over to turn on the radio. A crackle of static mixed with the odd snippet of song filled the car as he flipped through the stations. Dang, why was that so hard to read? Mr. Holden's car was in good condition, but it was, well, older. There was no way to plug in a phone to play music, so the radio had to do. Eventually, he settled on classic rock station before sitting back and resting both hands on the wheel. Is this okay? Bro, I love rock. He knows what I like. My man knows my taste. Yes, you know what I like. He smiled, happy with the answer. Time flew by, and with it, the scenery outside your window became more and more unfamiliar. Neither of you spoke for a good long while, but the quiet was comfortable. You had become all too used to each other's company over the years. Eventually, Cove broke the silence, clearing his throat softly before he spoke. It's been too long since you and I have spent time with my mom. I know she still comes to the neighborhood sometimes, but it's not even once a year. I'm always going to hers. I'm happy the two of us are doing this. Yeah, me too. Your elbow resting on the windowsill, you gaze out at the world that was slowly coming to life as the morning rolled on by. The sun climbed higher in the sky. Luckily, the sunbeams weren't going right in your eyes. Hey, do you mind reaching back for me? Cove gave you a sidelong glance as he drove, indicating with a nod of his head and a tiny smile. I want some chips. The salt and vinegar ones. Bro, that's my favorite flavor too! Oh my gosh. Bro, match in heaven. He likes the same chip as I do. That's a great flavor.
Right?
Right? Eat whatever you want to. I brought a bunch of everything. Stretching out the seatbelt to give yourself space, you twist to your spot and reach into the bag holding the snacks. It took a bit of effort to sort through the collection of goodies stuffed inside, but eventually the bag of chips crinkled beneath your fingers as you pulled them out and sat back in your seat. Here. Thanks, do you mind opening it? Oh my gosh, do I get to feed Cove while he's driving? Bro, you're talking about me then! Bro, me, Cove, likes the same type of chip. You must have a dull sense of taste. His eyes lit up at the prospects of the snacks, and you shook your head in amusement, popping the top of the bag. I think, now I think about it, when I eat salt and vinegar, it's sour. And I'm like, I like sour things. Now I think about it, like, ice cream, flavor, lemon. Okay, you poured a few chips in his hand, you held the open... I'm not gonna hold them, you know? I'm gonna feed him. I'm gonna feed Cove. But I'm worried that if I feed Cove, he's gonna be too embarrassed and crash the car, so... Want me to feed them to you? His eyes widened, the hint of a blush creeping over his cheeks, but he steadfastly continued to face the road. No, that's okay. Can you just pour a few in into my hand? No, Cove, let me feed you! Tries to feed him, crashes. Yeah, sure. Let me feed you. Thanks. Cove held out one outstretched hand. You did your best to have the chips fall into his palm, but some did end up on the floor. After that, you rolled up the top of the bag and stowed the chips safely in the bag again. You know, I don't like chip bags. I'm more of like a Pringles person. Because like the can master, like that's a genius design. Just pop the lid open, get the chips out. The only problem is whenever you want a chip that's really like low and you have to tilt the entire can. That's the only flaw. When you turned to the front, it was to find Cove crushing the fistful of chips into his mouth, crunching loudly. What? He just like crushed it and tossed it in his. I'm sorry. I can't, Cove. You're supposed to eat them one by one. He wiped his hand on his pants absent-mindedly before gripping the wheel and spilling crumbs all over the place. Where's the wipes when you need them? Let's see, you're like a little kid. You laughed at that. How can you eat that much at once? I'm impressed. You had no reaction to that. Okay, I gotta tease him a little bit. You're like a little kid. He snorted and pulled a hand from the wheel once more to flick the salty residue from his fingers at you. No, Cove! No! Warfare. He's doing warfare against me. Ah! Bro, your girlfriend's like, oh, you're such a kid. Proceeds to continue acting like a kid and spraying all the chip dust at me. With a gasp, you raised an arm to defend yourself. You shook your head at the mess of crumbs that fell from his mouth as he chuckled. Bro, we're gonna have to clean- Oh wait, this is your car. Okay, never mind, we don't have to clean it. You have to clean it. You have to clean this entire mess, bro. See what I mean? Yeah, let's hope that like there's not a lot of traffic on the road. Because we could easily get into a car crash. Considering it's Vegas, and I'm like, when I see Vegas, it's like a lot of desert. So like, I'm hoping we're just driving along. No cars in sight. And we don't have to worry about accidentally dying. The hours drifted by much the same way as that, with the two of you snacking and chatting as the day stretched on. It was fairly calm and quiet, traveling along the open road, and you found little in the way of interruptions. At one point you passed a "Welcome to Nevada" sign, and Cove gave a tiny cheer. He was in disbelief that the two of you were seriously all the way in another state like this. Eventually, you had to stop for gas and made a detour at a small diner to grab a proper meal that didn't consist of chips and candy. After refueling both the car and your stomachs, the drive was back on, just as the sun began dipping between the horizon and bathing the sky in a wash of orange light. Cove informed you that there wasn't too much longer left to go. You were almost there. When night eventually fell in a blanket of darkness, the drive finally came to an end. Oh, he must be exhausted. Aw, poor Cove. Cove pulled into the parking lot of Kira's apartment building, the glow of the car lights disappearing as he turned off the engine and let out a heavy sigh.
Huh.
We made it. We're here. The two of you exchanged tired looks, having successfully and safely completed one half of the trip. See, we were safe. We're good. But poor Cove, why? Like, okay, being in a car for a long periods of time is tiring. But Cove is definitely tired because he has to focus on the road, make sure that we're not playing bumper cars with other cars. The two, you were relieved to have actually arrived and eager to get out of the car and stretch your legs. You took the stairs up to the building together. After a knock, you were abruptly met by a flash of green hair as Kira opened the door and immediately took her son in her arms. Ah, you look adorable. You look so nice, Kira. There he is, my gigantic baby boy. Yeah, he's tall. She squeezed him for a moment and then pulled back so she could examine his face. Are you even taller than the last time I saw you? Code gave you a look and rolled his eyes amused as she patted the tops of his shoulders proudly. You say that every time I'm here. It doesn't even make sense right now. My last visit wasn't that long ago. Kira simply laughed before letting him go fully and ushering the two of you into her apartment. Then she turned to you, a wide grin pulling at her lips. Amy, it's so nice you came along with. And as a bonus, you both arrived in one piece. Yeah, it's okay, we're safe. We're all safe. No broken parts, no injuries. I'm just salted by your son because he threw freaking chip salt residue at me. It's good to see you, Kira. It's been too long. Kira beamed at you both, and while you would have loved nothing more than to settle down and rest after the drive, you could see she wasn't going to let you go that easily. Yeah, she looks really cute. I think, okay, so she looks more like a mother, because last time, she looked I feel like just a normal girl, and now that she's getting older, she's doing the mother act thing. I mean, it's not an act necessarily, but looking more motherly. She's giving mother. So, how was the trip? I admit, I was just a pinch worried. Co-salted me! Let's see, we barely made it. I appreciate your concern, but it was alright. You felt the fussing was unnecessary. Yeah, Cove, you answer. It was fine, no problems for us. Kira clapped her hands together, the bracelets around her wrist jingling. I'm so proud. I can hardly believe how mature you both are. Where did all those smarts come from? Cove ran a hand over his hair with an awkward chuckle.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I got some from my parents. His mom looked up at him deeply, her eyes glistening as she shook the sentimentality off with the wave of her hand. You have to be half asleep already, huh? I don't want to keep you up much longer. Early morning and any hoosies. How do you want to deal with the sleeping arrangements? I've only got my own room and Cove's, though the living room couch isn't too bad. Oh my god, I could sleep in his bed! Amy can use my bed. I'll just sleep on the floor in the room. It doesn't matter for one night. Bro, we're dating! We could just sleep in the same bed together! Kira laughed out loud, startling you both. You raised an eyebrow at her outburst, giving her a quizzical look. We're not gonna, do things, the things that couples tend to do when they share a room. It's okay, it's okay. I don't think Cove's ready for that. Oh yeah, you'll just stay on the floor. You couldn't handle that much back when you were 13 with both your parents in the room. Wait, what? Wait, are you saying you slept? Aw, you slept with your parents when you were 13. See, this is the embarrassing stories that like moms give to like the girlfriends to have ammo. Cove blushed a dark red and gaped, completely unprepared for her to pull out that embarrassing moment from the past. Her laughter continued unabated. You're going to be driving tomorrow. Do you really want to risk another potential head injury? Oh, from the time we were in the loft! Oh my gosh, because he hit his head against the loft when we were all trying to sleep together.
Hey!
Mom! You blushed, you laughed it off. He'd had a long day. It's cruel to tease the poor boy so late, even if it's true. Yep, she's right. That's totally what you would do. You're annoyed. She knows he's sensitive, is uncalled for. You put a hand on Cove's arm in show of support. Nah, he's had a long day. It's cruel to tease a poor boy so late, even if it's true. Cove hung his head in defeated embarrassment while you and Kira chuckled together. You're right. I'm just so happy you're here. Let's see, I'll take the floor. I'll sleep on the couch in the living room. Thank you for letting me have the bed. I want to, okay. So it's either floor or bed. Let's see. I don't want to sleep on the couch. I want to sleep at the same room for Cove. But if I say I'll take the floor, he's like, no, I'll take the floor. And then we're both on the floor. Yeah, I'll take the floor. It's okay, Cove. Cove shook his head, dismissing the idea immediately.
No.
You're the guest. Wait, let me save. I don't want to take your bed if you're not in the bed. So we could both share the bed. I don't want to take your bed. Well, I still don't want to take it from you, and I said it first. The two of you narrowed your eyes at each other, stubbornly. Kira took that as a cue to step in. My house, my rules then, and you know who I have to side with. I'd like you to take the bed, Amy. Not without Cove in it! You hesitated a moment, but it seemed like you had to accept the hospitality with a small sigh you gave in. Alright. Cool. So, would you be okay with me sleeping on the floor in the room? I'd rather be there than out in the open in the living room, even if there is a couch. Yeah, you... Let's go, Cove. At least we're in the same room. Yeah, you can sleep there. Kira giggled softly, drawing your attention back to her. All funny stuff aside, you need to get some sleep for tomorrow. Seems like you're setting yourself up to not get any. I know that sounds really capitious. Capitious? I've never seen that word. But I'm a mom. I have to say these things. No! Come on, we're not little kids having a sleepover. We're responsible adults, right, Amy? Okay, let's see. Yes, very responsible. No, we're not. Well, I am. Cove, though. Cove is, so I can't say the same for myself. You know, yes, we are very, very, very responsible, totally responsible adults. She gave the two of you a suspicious look, and you stood up straighter, trying to prove your point. I'll leave it at that then, for now. Oh my gosh, wait. Spam detected. Bot on that action again. Thank you, Siri bot. I'll leave it at that then, for now. Just remember that the walls are thin in this apartment. If you can't settle down and sleep, I might have to separate you. Okay, Cove, we can't do anything because your mom will probably hear us. We'll be good.
Marvelous.
Perfect. Kira claps her hands together, her bracelets softly tinkling against each other again. It's only getting later, so I better let you prepare for bed. She nodded towards the hallway and gave you a small smile. I'll play hostess for a sec and show you where the bathroom is first, Amy, and where you'll be staying the night. Oh my god, wait, I can see Cove's room again. Thank you. Let's see what type of room he has at Kira's place. You hoisted your travel bag back over your shoulder and followed behind Kira and down the hallway. Cove shuffled along behind you, disappearing into the bedroom while his mom had you go to the restroom. The apartment was small, but nicely decorated in soft, cool colors, with plenty of artwork hanging on the walls to give it character. It was stylish, and exactly what you would have expected from someone like Kira. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, look, he brought the sea to him! Look, see, we have starfish, shell, shells, starfish skin. The only thing is he's missing his fish. But it makes sense because he doesn't come back here that often. After being shown the bathroom and wishing Kira a good night, you headed on into the room and found Cove already there. He had already changed into sleepwear for the night as well and set aside his glasses already. Looking around, you found the bedroom to look much the same as the rest of the apartment, though with small ocean elements you were sure Cove must have enjoyed when he stayed here. All in all, the room was pretty clean, and though it almost looked like a hotel guest room than a bedroom. Cove only spent a few weeks out of the year there, so it made sense that it wasn't especially lived in. I wonder, what is the thing that Cove needs to pick up from Kira?
So?
Your shirt looks ugly, bro. What do you think? It's pretty nice, huh? Mom always keeps it clean and everything, even when I'm not here. It's a great room. It seriously looks like a hotel room. That's sweet of yeah, that's sweet of her. Yeah, she's good like that. He seemed pleased enough with the response and gave you a small smile before opening the zip of on his bag. When you went back to the room, you jumped in bed and under the covers, just as Cove was shuffling into his sleeping bag on the floor. You waited until he settled in before you flipped off the lights, and a soft glow from the outside peeked through the blinds, casting shadows over the floors. You closed your eyes, blocking everything out.
Night.
Night, Amy. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite. The room grew quiet as the two of you wound down for the night, and you found yourself listening to the sounds of the city outside the window. The noise out there was so different to what you were used to back home. Cars zoomed past, and people out having fun instead of crashing waves and the ocean winds cocooning your house in their embrace. Cove shifted around in his sleeping bag, making the fabric crinkle loudly. I've outgrown this thing. I should have checked it earlier, but the trip was kind of short notice. Are you sure you don't want the bed? Or why don't we share? Yeah, why don't we share? Share the bed, bro. You just have to be very just don't panic. It's big enough. Cove inhaled deeply, the fabric of his sleeping bag crinkling loudly as he fidgeted beneath. I told my mom I was gonna stay on the floor. You frowned, wondering when that had ever stopped him before. Did you really plan on going through with that? No. He hesitated a little, the silence stretching between you. You couldn't help but smile to yourself. You knew him well. Yeah, come him to bed. Come on, let's go share a bed, bro. The sleeping bag rustled again, and through the dim light, you saw him stand and head towards the bed. Oh my gosh! Okay, we can't do anything because the walls are thin, and Kiro could probably hear us, so like, nothing wrong with a little bed cuddling. He's so close to us! He took in a deep breath as he ran his hands across the top of the blanket, gathering his nerves as his eyes met yours. and then he paused, head tilted to the side as if silently asking permission. Bro! I want you in my bed. Get in here, bro. Well, what are you waiting for? You shuffled over to make room for him as he pulled the bedding up and crawled beneath the covers, leaving the two of you close together, but not quite touching. He exhaled a heavy breath as he sat down on his side, his head getting comfy on the pillow next to yours. You smiled softly through the dark, thinking that he felt good to have him so close. You felt better when he was around. He raised his fingers and delicately brushed the tips over your cheeks, drawing a shaky sigh from your lips. His touch was warm and feather-light, making you feel tingly all over. Okay, Cove, we can't do anything because your mother can hear us. When his eyes met yours again, you found yourself lost in them, the world becoming still and silent around you. Then he froze, his muscles tensing as he closed up like a clam, and his breath hitched in his throat. No! No! It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to panic. We're okay, bro. Don't fall off the bed. He attempted to whisper something, but was completely lost on you. With that having to suffice as a warning, Cove jumped out of the bed and crouched down on the floor, his head held in his hands as he took in a few deep stuttering breaths. No! You bolted upright in the bed, staring down at him with a mixture of alarm and bemusement. Are you okay?
I'm always like this.
I thought it'd feel like it did before when we were younger, but it's different now. I'm sorry, Amy. Really sorry. I'm just so... It's okay, bro. You can take your time. You can take your time. It's okay. It's okay. Oh no, are you having a panic attack? Oh no! He panted deeply in and out as though he had just finished running an entire marathon. After finally setting his breath to a normal rhythm, he crawled back into his sleeping bag and huddled down on the floor, his back turned to you. No! Sorry. Let's see, understood, disappointment, amused, not pleased, kind of flattering, embarrassed. You know what? I understand, Cove. Like, this entire time we've been dating, I understand that Cove is just like this sometimes and gets embarrassed easily. So I'm like, it's okay, bro, I understand. He usually needed at least one trial run before he could take that kind of step forward. You can always try again another night. You don't need to apologize. Thank you for trying. I'm not surprised that this happened again. This is so bad. You didn't say anything about it. Yeah, you don't need to apologize, bro. You don't need to apologize. Just be on your own drum. He made a small noise, acknowledging that he had heard you, but he said no more. With the event over, you laid back down in bed alone for this night. The next day dawned, bringing with it the sounds of birds chirping happily outside the window. You opened your eyes slowly, letting them adjust to the light as you tried to recall where you were, and remembering the familiar sight of Cove's second bedroom. You had awoken on yourself, you reached over to turn off the alarm you set, or Cove had nudged you awake. I'm an alarm person, so... It took you a moment to find the off button on your phone, and you sighed in relief when the noise finally stopped. The sound of Cove shuffling around the room drew your attention, though you weren't surprised. He had always been a morning person. Dang. Well, can't be me. Sitting up in bed, you let out a yawn and stretched your arms above your head. Oh, my back. Okay, refreshed, groggy. Honestly, when I sleep in a place that's not my own bed, I feel pretty groggy usually. You're used to sleeping in longer than this, and the late night hadn't helped. Oh yeah, definitely, that too, that too. It's too long if it's still, I mean, it's too early if it's still morning. Morning. The two of you were on completely different wavelengths right now. You pulled yourself out of bed, grabbing a fresh change of clothes and your toiletries, before heading to the bathroom. After all that, you met Cove back in his room. He was sitting on the floor when you entered, sorting through a bunch of stuff in a box, determining what to bring and what to leave behind. Hey.
Hey.
Hey, can you pull out the stuff in those drawers? You nodded, though. He hadn't even looked up from his task, so you knew he wouldn't have seen. Heading over to the drawers, you started the task of taking out various items and setting them on the ground in front of Cove. After a while, it became clear to you that Cove was acting strangely whenever you went near him. He was flinching over your presence. Oh no! He's afraid of me! No! It happened a few more times before you couldn't take the awkwardness any longer. You dropped the stuff you're holding down in front of him and raised a questioning eyebrow. Cove, it's okay. Cove, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Is everything okay?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry about last night. Again. He quietly squeaked the second part of his thought. About not staying in the bed with you. I know you try not to mind or be mad at me, but I wish I didn't have to make you accept me backtracking all the time. He swallowed thickly, struggling to find the right words to explain himself. I do think it felt nice. Really, really. It's just also not bad, but good in an inconvenient way.
I mean...
Laying together like that, being so close, it gets too hot, you know? It's okay, bro. It's okay. It's okay, bro. You can just take it at your own pace, man. His cheeks flushed with color, and he immediately trailed off, his eyes firmly fixed on the floor. Let's see. I get it. You will stay the whole night next time, right? No. No, that's pressuring him. It was intense for you, huh? Maybe I'm the one who should apologize. I'm sorry to bother you. You have to know what I signed up with for you. Do better next time. No, you know what? It's okay. It was too intense. I should be the one apologizing, man. His eyes widened, a pink tinge creeping onto his cheeks before he could duck his head enough to hide it.
Well...
Just don't worry about it. You don't need to do anything. Let's get back to packing. With it more or less resolved, you went to grab some more items as Cove focused on the box in front of him once again. Another hour passed by in silence, and you were happy to see you were making great progress with Cove's room, with only the closet left to sort through. You took a minute to take a mouthful of water from the bottle, and perched on the edge of the bed feeling productive. Okay, time to take a water. The game told me to. Cove glanced over at you and paused, putting down the tape gun he had been using to seal up his boxes. You raised an eyebrow. You know, it's really strange to see you sitting in this room. Why? He frowned a little, his eyes distant and his voice quiet when he spoke next.
That's...
During the visit to Mom's, when I was sitting alone in this room, I'd sometimes think about how you weren't here. It was a weird feeling at the time that you just weren't around, and now that you're here in this exact place, it's... I don't know how to explain it. The feeling... He shrugged it off and smiled a little, as though he'd said enough already and didn't want to risk sounding silly. Life is pretty confusing, is all. Okay, let's see. I didn't know you thought about me when you were away. That's true, life makes no sense. I missed you so much when you were gone, or you smiled at. Hey, you miss me, I miss you, bro. His eyes... Oh no, why does he look sad again? No! His brows crinkled as he looked at you solemnly, his eyes bright with emotion. Oh. I missed you too, all the time. It made you feel better to know that, somehow, to know that when you were stuck at home missing his company, that he was missing yours too. Aw, we miss each other. He looked away satisfied, heading over to the closet and the last of the items he sorted. Before long, every box, closet, and drawer had been thoroughly combed through, with the items either neatly packed up in boxes or organized and returned to their proper place. With a sigh of relief, you glanced around the bedroom and the work you had done together.
Alright.
We're done. Good job to us. I'm gonna change out of my PJs for the drive. Yeah. When the two of you headed out into the living room, ready to get everything finalized and hit the road, you found Kira in the kitchen pouring a cup of tea. Cove headed towards her, leaning casually against the counter that divided the two places. Spaces. Hey, you didn't have to get up so early.
Come on.
Are you crazy? Of course I have to see you off before you go. You can't sneak away while I'm out cold. She beamed at him, and in all honesty, seemed more than happy to be up and getting ready for the day. Do you want some breakfast? I've got some muesli, or eggs and toast. Oh, and some of that fruity cereal you used to love. That's okay, we should really eat on the road. Cove, no! Yeah. Cove. Come on, we should have dinner. I mean, not dinner, breakfast with your mom. Kira smiled sadly, a little disappointed, but she seemed to understand that your time was running thin. I thought you might say that. In that case, I packed you some snacks for the road.
What do you think?
Even if you don't end up eating them, take it anyway, just in case. You can always feed them to Cliff when you get home, and tell him I said hi. Cliff gets the leftovers. Cove laughed and shook his head, knowing his dad would love nothing more than to polish off whatever food Kira had prepared for you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mom. You really didn't have to. Okay, let's see. Hey, I had a beef stick. I had see, okay, maybe it was half a beef stick. I can finish the beef stick right now. I finished my breakfast. I'll probably eat more afterwards. It's okay. You don't have to worry. Wait, I'm gonna chew and quiet, so I'm gonna be quiet for a bit because I need to chew it, so. Okay, you're right. You're right. Beef sticks aren't a nutritious breakfast, but something to put in my stomach before I go actually eat something. Also, okay, since it's afternoon, I guess it's just a snack. It's just a snack. How about that? Thank you for the snacks. That's nice of you to organize this for us. It must be a mom thing to know stuff like that. I'll definitely eat whatever you packed. You smiled quietly at her. Bro, yeah, it's nice of you to organize this. Thank you so much, Kira. Not a problem. I want to make sure you'd be properly fed at least. She returned your smile with one of her own, before putting her cup of tea aside. Well, I'll help you get the car packed.
Sure.
Sure, thanks. The three of you got a move on, taking the boxes from Cove's bedroom and headed down to fill the back seat of the car, until there was barely an inch of space left in the back and the trunk. With all of you helping, it only took a couple of trips to move everything, and you were done before you knew it. Then it was truly time to say goodbye. You convened back inside the apartment, where Kira looked over the two of you with a quiet smile. It was great to see you both. Thank you for coming. She gave each of you a hug, and you felt a little sad that you hadn't been able to spend more time with her. It was good to see you too, Mom. Cove embraced her in return, the two of them holding onto each other for a few seconds longer. I'll miss you, but I'll visit again soon.
Of course.
You better. Hey, we should make plans for you to visit us too. I'll let you know when it's settled. I'd love that. Kira bundled all the stuff she prepared into a bag and handed them over to you. You took a quick peek at what she had packed. There were fruit, nuts, seeds, hard-boiled eggs, and some veggie sticks. Oh my god, hard-boiled eggs! Egg.
Cool.
Oh, good to see we've got some fresh food options now. The snacks I brought weren't. Kira shook her head at him and let out a soft laugh, as though she wouldn't have expected anything else. I seriously hope you're feeding yourself better than that at home. Yeah, of course, just not on trips. I can live with that then. She looked over at him fondly, her eyes at least focusing on his face and filling with emotion. I'm going to miss you, baby.
Me too.
Me too. Goodbye. Thank you for letting us come, or we'll all be together again before you know it. Yeah. I hope so. Kira put an arm around you both, pulling you in a tight to your sides for one final squeeze.
Bye.
Have a safe trip. We will. With the last goodbye, you exited the apartment, though Cove hesitated for a moment in the door, his expression distant. You weren't sure what he was doing, though you tentatively took a step towards him. Everything okay? Your voice seemed to bring him back to earth, and he shook his head to clear his thoughts, his green hair swaying from side to side.
Come on.
Yeah, let's go. With that, the two of you headed back down to the car, ready to make the long trip home. Soon enough, you are on the wide open road with a car full of Cove's things and only one destination, Sunset Bird, California. The drive went as smoothly as could be expected, with the morning slowly creeping into midday as the miles flew by. The day flew by in a whirl of open road and sunshine, and before you knew it, it was early afternoon. By that point, you had already crossed the state line. Cove announced that he planned a little stop on the way home. He was quite pleased with himself as he arrived at the precipice. The Redwood National Park. Oh! It's been a while since we were here. Shaded beneath a canopy of enormous redwood trees, you drove along. When Cove parked the car, you pushed the door to get out, and the first thing you did was look up. Enormous redwood trees surrounded you on all sides, their massive trunks shooting straight up into a canopy of foliage overhead. There were too many of them to count, stretching on and on as far as you could see. You squinted against the sunlight that was peeking through the leaves and dancing on the paths around you. It's great, right? Oh my gosh, we haven't been here for a while. Oh my gosh. Wait, didn't last time we talked about marriage and like Lizzie or Liz was like, I completely forgot what Liz said, but like how we were getting married or something. He smiled at you from over the roof of the car, or glancing around the place fondly. Remember the trip our families took here that one summer? It was cool going on a journey and seeing the forest in person, even if we didn't stay too very long.
So...
And I guess we could stay for even less this time, but oh well. I know you didn't have a super good time then, but I thought maybe you'd be able to enjoy the park now. I still don't like parks, bro. Hey, you know, it's not about the destination, it's about the people you spend it with. It just seemed like a good time to stop by. Who knows when we'll get another chance? His voice got a little softer at the end. It seemed to be bittersweet for him, being in a place he was so fond of, but not having the time to appreciate it fully. You would have preferred not to stop at all. Okay, yeah, I've been in my house for too long. Honestly, okay, this kind of sounds bad. I don't like nature. Even when I was a young kid. Like, I don't like the smell of trees. I don't like grass. I remember when I was a kid, I was like, I prefer the smell of pollution over the fresh scent of trees. Looking back, that's not a good thing to say. But I probably still stand by that. Oh my gosh. I've been an indoor person for too long, even before I was even more of an indoor person now. Drill more. Wait, what does that say? Increase fracking. Get more oil from the earth. Oh my gosh, that's awful. That's awful to say. Suck up all the natural resources. See all this tree? All this tree in this forest? Paper. Think about all the paper we can make with all these trees. Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't mind that we stopped here. It's okay, Cove. I didn't mind it. Even though instead of seeing luscious forests, greens, all this, I just see resources. Oh my gosh. At least you got to stretch out your legs for a bit, but you knew you'd have to leave again pretty soon. Okay, let's see. Thanks for bringing me here. There will be more chances in the future, I promise. It's better than taking a break at a gas station. I would have preferred the gas station. At least I get food there. Oh my gosh. I can't appreciate the scenes. Like, oh, take me a forest. I could have just looked at online to like add a picture. I didn't need to be there in person. That's awful. I'll put up with you for the trees. I'll put up with this place for you. Yeah, I'm putting up this place for you, bro. Cove laughed and dragged. You know, this is kind of bad because you know Cove is how like a really strong like ocean person into nature or stuff like that. I'm like, F the ocean. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Screw the environment. Chat, they're gonna get me. The nature people are gonna get me for saying bad things about the environment. Like, Cove can never know this. Because it is extremely deep into his character that he loves the ocean. I put up with the ocean for you, bro. Cove laughed, dragging his gaze away from the trees for long enough to smile at you cheekily. Thanks. The two of you walked around for a while, completely dwarfed by the sheer scale of the redwoods. It kind of put your view of yourself and everything in a strange perspective. Okay. Guys, don't clip me saying I hate nature. Like, okay, imagine like 5 years in the future or something, someone clips me and like, oh my god, Amy Ames hates nature. Oh my gosh. Like, no, I was young. I should have appreciated nature when I was younger. Oh no. And I get canceled. You took in a lungful of clean forest air, listening to the sounds of birdsong and the cool breeze rustling through the underbrush, taking advantage of the space to move around freely. However, you felt about being there. It was a totally different scene than sitting in that old car for hours and hours. I'm gonna wrap an arm around Cove. He relaxed into your touch and smiled at you, fondly enjoying the closeness. Being here again, you couldn't help but reminisce on what else had happened through the trip you had taken here all that long ago. There are lots of things that have reminded you of it recently. You looked over at Cove. This is like, I feel like this is a good spot to propose. So like, are you gonna propose to me, Cove? You take me on a trip in the forest. Well, we're too young, we're 18. You looked over at Cove, who seemed to be lost in the peace of the place, and you wondered if any of it crossed his mind. Smiling at the sight, you thought back on what had been a highlight of that long-gone vacation. Oh my god, I love all these conversations. Which one should I start with? Oh no. You know, we almost kissed on that RV trip. Elizabeth teased us mercilessly on that trip. Yeah, it's a min. But like, I mean, we could get engaged, but like, I still need more experience in things. Like, I need to get a job. Like, Cove, we can get married after we get jobs, okay? Our families were so close. Remember how a bird stole your dad's lunch? I haven't forgotten the classic anklet chat. Oh my gosh, I don't know. These conversation topics are so good. Okay, I'm gonna tease them. Yeah, we almost kissed on the RV trip. Do you remember that? Cove snorted and covered his mouth with a hand, but you could still see the flush of pink on the tip of his nose, yeah. I remember that, bro. You hit your head hard on the roof. Yeah, I remember. I almost gave myself a concussion. It's still probably in the top 10 most humiliating things I've ever done. You chuckled at the memory and how your parents had caught the two of you in the loft together after that. I'm sorry about that, by the way.
Don't worry about it.
Don't be. It was kind of funny. You continued chatting about the trip a little while longer. About the things you had seen and done, and even eaten. A lot of the memories Cove had on the trip were similar to your own, but you're also surprised to hear a few other things from his point of view. So much had happened that there was no shortage of things to talk about. The place certainly had a nostalgic quality about it. Hey, Amy. You looked over at the sound of Cove saying your name to find him smiling at you, seemingly relaxed amongst the nature of the park. Aww, you have gorgeous eyes. The words left his lips and you froze, completely taken back by the compliment. He blushed, but his gaze remained on you. Oh, there's something else that happened on the trip? That's another thing that happened during the trip. Oh! Your eyes are more beautiful, bro. Like, I have normal brown eyes. You have, what, sea green eyes? That's amazing. You know how many people have sea green eyes? Not a lot. Your eyes are much more beautiful, bro. You bit down on your lip as you gazed into his aquamarine eyes, admiring the different blues and the hint of green that swirled in them. Your spirits are light as you ambled past information boards and picnic areas. But before long, you decided it was time to bring this short stop to an end, and head back to the car to get on the road again. Cove sighed when you finally reached the vehicle, jangling the keys in his hand before unlocking the doors.
Well,
I wish we didn't have to go, but we're going to be responsible and not stay longer than we should. How grown up of you. He smiled slightly, and with that, the two of you jumped into the car, buckled in, and he put it in drive. You were getting closer and closer to town as the sun started setting, though we're still far away enough that the radio stations were unfamiliar to you. Oh my god, look, we have a little Cove driving CG. Aww. Cove twisted the dial this way, and that before stumbling onto a channel with a song he seemed to like. That was a rare gift from the fates in the sea of static, strange radio jockeys, and grating tunes. His face immediately brightened at the sound of it, and he drummed his fingers along the bottom of the steering wheel happily. I know, he looks smart! He looks like he has more than 2 brain cells, oh my gosh. But we know the truth. We know the truth about him. Sitting back in his chair, he bopped his head along in time to the tune. You know, let's sing along. Code raised a pleased eyebrow at your vocalization. Emboldened by you, Code decided to do a little lip syncing. Every now and then, a part would be stumbled over, and by the end, you were both laughing too much to continue. The song ended, and Cove reached over to start cycling through the radio channels again. Upon finding nothing tolerable, he flipped the dial off in defeat and looked back in his seat with a sigh. You rested your head on your hand, staring at the window as the sky darkened, watching the landscape slowly melt into more familiar views. The miles went on, and with any energy you had earlier was beginning to drain away. You imagined home and your family, and you'd be there together soon. You know, I spent all these years living in Sunset Bird, and taking a few weeks each summer visiting my mom in that second room. That's not gonna happen anymore, not really.
I mean...
I can still see my parents, but the way it all works between us has changed forever. Oh yeah, because like now that he's an adult, he can choose who to hang out with. He paused, the silence stretching. A serious look settled on his face, his thoughts far away. I'm not. I want to go back to childhood, man. I'm worried about how things will be in the future. I feel the same about my parents too. You should light up. You said nothing. Yeah, I'm worried about the future too. The future, scary. So many things will be different. I hope I'm ready for it. Cove's mouth pulled into a tight line, and he gave a small nod. You got the feeling that he understood how you felt. Cove stared straight ahead, down the long, long road. The path looked like it'd never end from where you were, but that wasn't true. Eventually, he found a few more words to say.
I'm so glad.
I think it's good that we were able to do this trip without any parents or chaperones. It was just us. We did it all. I don't know. I feel a little more independent now. A little more ready for what's ahead. Aww. I don't know, man. I never feel ready. I'm not sure I'll ever be ready. The thought of leaving home, my mom's, it sounds scary. Cove sighed solemnly. The topic seemed to wear on Cove, and he made an attempt to find something else to speak on. So I'm kind of sad about getting back. I'm gonna miss having you right there tonight. Hey, I could sleep over in your room! He cleared his throat quietly, though said nothing more. You smiled to yourself a little at hearing him say something like that out loud. I'm gonna miss it too. And with the feelings confirmed as mutual, the two of you fell into a comfortable silence. The skies outside grew ever darker as the hours passed by, the stars blinking on like tiny fireflies painted onto a canvas of blue. The scenery continued transitioning between open roads, industrial areas, and beach towns, becoming increasingly recognizable as time went on. You felt somewhat disconnected from the world around you as you watched it through your window, your tired mind growing hazy. It was a strange, reflective feeling, but peaceful nonetheless. Soon enough, the world would return to you, and you'd find your feet firmly on the ground. It couldn't be helped. The venture would end, life would continue, but your memories would linger on. Oh my gosh. And that... Oh my gosh. And I think that's gonna take us to the end of this, because like right after this, it's gonna be like part 4. And like, oh my gosh, we're gonna finally like see what our choices had, like what type of Cove we got, like how does our story end? Because okay, I remember Barry talked about this, how like there's no moments in part 4, and I think it's just a straight epilogue. So I'm like, did we do good? And stuff. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go to the just chatting screen. No! Not taxes! Not taxes! Oh my gosh, we get a job, we start paying taxes. Stuff like that. Wow. The real villain of the game. Real, adult responsibilities. But yeah, that'll be it for today's, what's it called? Stream. Oh my gosh, Our Life. We're gonna finally complete, the next time we play this, we're gonna finally complete our first run through of Our Life. Oh my gosh, this took so long. But you know, I had a lot of fun. Cove is an absolute darling. Absolutely adorable. Oh my gosh. Why can't I have a real life Cove? I want a real life Cove. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I think that'll be it for today. Thank you guys so much for coming. Tomorrow will be Doodles and talk about New Year's resolutions and stuff. Yeah, and it'll be my last stream of the year until like next week, which will be a new year, 2026. And so yeah, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And may you have a wonderful day. Bye bye. I can't. You're right that I can find IRL but that's gonna be so hard. Do you know how hard? Hey,
green hair is not in fashion right now. Those quirky eyebrows, glasses, it's gonna take a while to find someone like Cove. But yeah, it's gonna take a long time. But yeah, thank you so much. Bye!